Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Otaku Tea. Hello, weebs out there and ready to just listen to this weird and maybe boring or very informed middle. Is that even a word? I don't know. I'm tired. Hi, um Chris. How are you?
I'm all right. I skipped work today.
Woohoo! No work. Actually, we are recording this today on Martin Luther King, so I just don't have work, but you are a rebel.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to work, and it's this should be a holiday for everyone
Okay,
because it's an important day. So I don't know why only banks and schools get to have the day off and think about what today means, really.
I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know, but it's so weird. It is today is what the 18th, and in
Yeah,
2 days we switch to a new president. So it's very ironic that this day happens like 2 days before the actual switch. I'm actually very excited for Wednesday to see the inauguration and like switch of powers.
yeah. So that's gonna be, I guess, kind of. I don't know. It's gonna be a little contentious, I would think, because a lot of people obviously don't want Biden to be president, so they're going to have to prepare for any insurrection 2.0s that might happen.
I feel like people like those who are Trump supporters are planning, from what I've heard, are planning to kind of mess up the inauguration and the switching of powers. Especially now since Trump has been officially impeached for the second time. So I don't know. I'm like, ooh, and apparently, um, I think was it the US military isn't going to be escorting because every time there's a switch of power from one president to the next, usually the military will do like the ceremony and like kind of like escort the former president out respectfully, but I heard that they are refusing to do it for Trump this year.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I, I mean, obviously, I don't like the guy, but I think they should still provide that courtesy just to have the higher ground.
I feel like I am actually in agreement. Like I'm not a pro military or army or whatever. But I actually do agree with their decision on this because Trump has literally try to divide the country from like how it was with Lincoln, dividing the country and not doing anything in where he deserves the respect that of even the military themselves to be like, we're gonna escort you out because you were at least a decent person. You might have not been the best president, but you were a decent person. I will say that there were some presidents that were not decent people either, but not as bad as this guy. I mean, I don't know. It's like, who? Um,
I
and
mean, I'm not saying that he deserves the respect of the military or anything like that. I'm just saying that uh, we should still provide that service, even though he doesn't deserve it, just because we're good people and we show that no matter what happens, we're gonna be there for you, even if you're a jerk and don't deserve it. It's sort of like I don't know if I want to bring religion to it, but it's like sort of the way that Jesus would act, I would think,
I
to
mean,
provide
yeah.
support and help for people that don't deserve it.
I mean, yeah, Jesus is like a whole different level of like giving everybody respect even though they don't deserve it, and like honoring everyone even if they don't deserve it. But I feel like if we were to do that, it just seems like I mean, I don't know. It just seems like we're making it that it's passable. You know what I mean? Like me and my coworker, we were talking the other day. Is like giving awards to students who've never showed up and they finally show up for like 5 days straight and we have to reward them. Like, this was something you were supposed to be doing from the very beginning. Why should I reward you for something that you were supposed to be doing? You
Uh-huh.
know, that's
Right.
like me saying I'm getting praised for me actually doing teaching, like me teaching a class. Oh, I lasted 75 minutes. Well, yeah, that's literally what I'm supposed to be doing. Why I'm not, it's not a big thing unless I'm going beyond and above of my expectations. But the basic stuff, I shouldn't have to reward you on that. So still giving him something that he basically doesn't deserve. It's usually a tradition for the military, but like still giving it to him, knowing everything he's done, like, and it's not even just like him being a horrible president. Is like literally the people, the different groups of people he's basically um bashed and kept on bashing, and literally going against our own government. Like, he did encourage those rioters to go and riot the Capitol, which I don't think, I mean, I don't know if I haven't taken history classes like to full max, but like that was like for me is unheard of, right? Again, I
Yeah.
probably the United States education system doesn't fully keep you up to date with all of that, but just thinking about that a president went after its own government. Who in what mind? Like Bush, George W. Bush wasn't a good president. He was one horrible president, but he never was like, "Hey, all my supporters go and riot the Pentagon." Like, I mean, I don't know about the conspiracies about 9/11, but you know, I'm not even gonna get there. But like, literally, this was not even 2 weeks ago,
Right.
and now everyone who was in the Capitol, mostly everyone, is pissed. Like, you put my life in danger. And even those, like the 10 Republicans that voted for Trump to be impeached, was the first time in history that people from the Republican Party was like, no, you now need to get out because you literally put my life on the line. You went
Yeah.
after us and we were in support of you. Like, that's basically the whole Trump um thing, that even though you're my supporter, I don't give a fuck about you, basically. So what those 10 Republicans did, I applaud, because it's like, oh, now you realize that you did something wrong in the first place. So I mean, I don't know. You guys let us know if you're watching this on YouTube, or listening to this on YouTube. Please let us know in the comments below. What do you guys think about the military not completing their tradition of escorting the president out and giving them that ceremony? Um, I don't. I agree that they don't do the tradition for Trump. You say that we should, even because we are the bigger people. But again, like, let us know what you guys think. Anything
Yeah,
else
so
would you like to say for that?
uh I mean it's just I don't know if it's really even surprising at this point. It's just sad how there's still so many Republicans that still support that behavior, the terroristic behavior and terroristic organizations, and I don't know why so many Republican senators are still voting to have chaos. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts.
Well, I mean, after the inauguration of Biden, I am gonna pray for you because you just work with a bunch of those supporters, and I don't know how you even handle it since two because since you actually started working there, I don't know how you handle it, so I give you props for that.
Yeah, a job is a job, and I'm just too lazy to look for a new one.
Yeah, so let's talk about something more on the lighter topic, on the better topic, on a fun topic. We all love food. I mean,
Food.
food is one of the greatest blessings that we've gotten in life. Um, which is also kind of like, it's a double-edged sword if you think about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you eat too much, then you get fat and you die.
Or if you don't eat at all. Like one or the other is bad. But
Right.
like food is food. Food is
As long
great.
as long as it's good food.
Oh my gosh. Like that's the thing. How do you lose weight when everything tastes good?
Uh, I don't know. I guess try to move out in the country, and you have to make your own food and catch your own food and grow it, and then you finally realize this is too much work. I can't eat anymore.
I
I'll just
mean,
die.
I don't know, because like people who actually do that as like their everyday thing, they don't like probably don't complain about it and still enjoy the food the way it's prepared. So again, I don't know, but um, like,
I'm just saying, like, as a city person, if I
oh,
were to go out into the
definitely,
country, and then I would just die because I can't feed myself.
I would just eat salad
Or a bear
leaves.
would maul me while I'm trying to get some berries or whatever.
Yeah, and possibly just die because I got something that I wasn't supposed to eat because I am not knowledgeable in any of the herbs or berries that you're supposed to avoid and what you're supposed to eat. Like me, I'll be dead. I'll die. It's over.
All I know is avoid the bright berries and the berries that have the sharp leaves, and you might be okay for the most part.
But bright. Nah, actually, I don't like bright things, so it's okay. I will avoid everything bright. But like I, here's the thing. Food is everywhere, literally everywhere, and there is just like a lot of things going, like a lot of different options, a lot of different cultures, and a lot of fusions between cultures. So
Yeah,
you will
I
get
order food every day,
you,
and
yeah.
it's just too much. Like, there's too many choices.
I mean, I don't have money like that to be spending food like that
Oh,
on
oh,
food. I
you
mean,
don't have
listen,
money.
listen, listen, listen.
You
My students make fun of me because they're like, Mister would spend her money on anime figurines and statues and to actually feed herself actual food. Um, and then I'm like, you right, because for maybe like a month, I was eating expired rice cakes on my breaks of teaching. So I'm just like, see, I'm not going to buy new ones. They're still good, and I guess I'm on a diet, so I not gonna waste food right now.
I guess so. I don't
But like me, like it's so hard because like restaurant food is so expensive. So I would order it maybe once in a while, unless I'm actually going out with friends, and that would go and like I guess get it a little bit more often. But for me, the fastest thing would be like fast food, and because it's easier, it's cheaper, and it's more accessible.
uh-huh.
But like I don't know. Like even with fast food, I get tired of it because it's the same stuff. Like it's either Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, or whatever, and then it's
Popeyes.
pizza or Popeyes and KFC. It's the same thing.
Uh-huh.
I've been having like this craving of French fries for the longest time. I think it's like now a month that I'm having this craving. So I don't know.
Have you been eating them though?
Yeah, I have, which is
And you're
bad.
still craving.
And I'm still That's the thing. I'm still craving. I don't know why. It's not
It's because
chips.
they add all the sugar to it.
I think it's the salt for me.
But they also add sugar.
Oh, well, I don't know. See, when I think of fries, I don't think of dipping my McDonald's fries into my McFlurry. I think of eating them with ketchup. I've never tried it, but apparently it's good, or in their Sunday or whatever, and it's good. Have you ever
I don't
tried that?
know, and I don't see how you would be able to for I guess two reasons. One would be McFlurries don't exist. The ice cream machine is always broken.
Always broken.
And number two, French The McDonald's French fries are very thin and fragile. I don't know how you'd be able to dip it into the McFlurry unless it's melted already.
It just seems like a long process to just enjoy a savory and sweet item. It's so funny because yesterday,
You could
um,
just eat the fry and then take a sip of your McFlurry or
or
whatever.
just a scoop of ice, like basically just put your spoon in the thing. But like, okay, so funny story. Yesterday I went on a binge, and I know I shouldn't have done that because listen, I am trying to lose weight. I'm trying to lose another 20 pounds, and now listen, that sounds easy when you say it, right? It sounds
Not
so
really.
easy because it's 20.
20's a lot.
I mean, I lost what, 46. So, and I didn't think that was possible for me. That was in like, if it now, like reflecting on it, I didn't even notice. Like, yes, I worked out, but that's because I made it a routine. So I didn't notice it. I didn't notice me counting my calories was a big factor. Like that's what made me like, oh my gosh, that means I can't have ice cream. I can't have desserts, which I'm a very big sweet tooth type of person. Like I love ice cream. That's my favorite dessert, especially coffee ice cream. Oh my gosh, if you give me a whole tub of coffee ice cream, I can eat that all in one sitting. Don't give me chocolate because I'll eat like two scoops and I'm like, here, take it back. I don't want it. Um,
Doesn't it have to be Haagen-Dazs though?
it either has to be Haagen Dazs, Turkey Hill, or honestly, even Trader Joe's. Like, to be
Uh-huh.
honest. And I have been getting like the coffee brownie ice creams from Trader Joe's because it is 140 and it's small. So I've been eating that just to like kind of
But
satisfy
since
the
it's
ice cream.
small, you eat the whole thing in one sitting, right?
No, I don't. So I just have one because I have to. You also, for to count your calories, you also have to have a lot of self control, which I did learn when I was losing the 46 pounds. Um, but then I took a break because I got tired and I was gonna start working soon and I just wanted to be free. So I just all I did was start just counting my calories.
Uh-huh.
At the time I had lost only 40 pounds before I did the break. And then I happened to lose another six. So I was like, okay, good. And then December happened and I gained all those 6 pounds back. And I was just like, so instead of losing 14 pounds, now I have to lose a total of 20.
Uh-huh.
So and it's hard because during that break, I let myself, in December, especially December, I let myself, just indulge, which is not a good idea. Don't do that. Probably eating about 3,000 calories a day in some sort. And that's how I gained the 6 pounds back because I would have like Shake Shack, Burger King. I would have all the ice cream that I wanted. I would literally um, eat almost a whole thing of apple pie just because I was like, it's my time to shine right now. And it's
Uh-huh.
bad because like a slice of apple pie is like 380, and that's already just one meal from me usually. So I mean, it's like it's so hard. But then once I got on the scale in January, I was like, oh, boo boo. I shouldn't have done this. And then I was like, okay, starting January 4th, I'm going to start going back onto like working out 5 times a week, counting my calories, staying at 1,200 calories a day. Um, Depending on how I'm feeling, because sometimes I'll go even lower, which is not good either. Don't go lower than 1,000. Um, but I'm guilty of that sometimes. And then but then yesterday, this was where I was trying to get with my story. Yesterday, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. And for me, it's either I comfort myself with buying items or I comfort myself with eating food. So yesterday, I wasn't feeling it and I just went on a binge. So I bought like I got pepperoni pizza. And then I was like, you know what? While I'm waiting for my pizza, I'm gonna go out and get McDonald's fries because I was craving fries. So I went, and the McDonald's literally a block away from me. It's closed.
Oh, no,
They shut down.
you can't have all the french fries in the world.
Right, and their promo right now is, like, $1 large fries. Well, that had expired yesterday, but, that was my thing. I was like, "I'm gonna go get fries." They were closed, and I was like, "Well then," because the next, um, McDonald's near me is, like, literally 1 train stop away. So, I mean, I can walk it, but I wouldn't have had time to walk all the way over there and then come back before the delivery person came. So I said, I was just like, okay, let me just order it, right? And this is what I don't like. You have all these promos in these individual stores. Like McDonald's
Uh-huh.
has like on their app, you have all these deals. On Burger King, you have all these deals. But then once you do like Grubhub or Uber Eats or Postmates, you don't get the same deals. So then everything ends up being told like completely the regular price.
Right.
And then,
That's how they don't lose money when they use
yeah,
Grubhub. They have to have the normal prices, and then Grubhub would have their own promotion so that you use their service.
exactly. Oh my gosh, and that's another thing. Hold on. During this pandemic, things have just gotten a lot more expensive, but we'll talk about that in a second. But like, so once I did the total amount, because I was like, okay, not only I would get fries, but maybe I would get like a McFlurry since I haven't had that since I was like 10. Like, I seriously have not had a McFlurry since I was about maybe 9 or 10 years old. When my parents used to take me to McDonald's. I don't really eat McDonald's like that. So my favorite fast food place is Burger King. So I was like putting all this stuff in my order. It ended up coming out to $27.
For
I
two
was like,
things?
for like, because I was like, okay, let me get a McFlurry, let me get a hot fudge sundae and fries.
That should be like 15.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. The taxes and fees and then the delivery fee and on top of that the tip. So that came out to like, I said, "Nope, I'm not doing this." So then I went onto the Burger King app because they can do delivery. Like you can place the order through the Burger King app and then they will have DoorDash come and pick it up.
Uh-huh.
So instead of doing it on Grubhub, so you will still get deals from the Burger King, um, directly from Burger King, and then still have it delivered to you. So
Right.
I did that instead. It came out to about $20 with the taxes and fees and all of that stuff. And I was like,
So
okay,
it's
cool.
still 20?
It was still 20 because I got I ended up having like there was a minimum, so I got the chicken fries uh combo, which came with fries and a soda. And then
Chicken fries with extra fries?
chicken fries with extra yes, I'm telling you, fries. I'm craving fries. So, I got that, and then there was a, what do you call it? The breakfast menu was still available on the app, so I was like, "Maybe I can get, like, the French toast that they had with and it comes with hash browns." Like, I for some reason, I couldn't find the French toast by itself, so I had ordered it. And
Uh-huh.
then I get a call from the Grubhub guy, and he was like, "They don't do breakfast right now. This isn't McDonald's. All day breakfast? No way." He was like, "What else do you want? Like another set of chicken fries?" And I was like, "I guess either chicken fries or just more fries." He comes to me with another whole set of chicken fries and fries. I said, "Or." He got brought back both.
And
So
he didn't charge you more?
no, they charged me literally because the meal of the chicken fries with the fries and soda comes out to about $10. The meal
Wow.
of the breakfast that I had ordered was like
That's with the deal?
that's the combo, right? Um,
$10 combo. That's
well,
not that
that
good.
wasn't no, that wasn't the deal. It was like the combo, like if you were to go to Burger King and order that regular combo, right?
Uh-huh.
That was the combo. Because the deals I would have to buy a sandwich and all that stuff, and I was like, yeah, I don't want the sandwich right now. I'm ordering pizza, and the French toast with the hash browns and juice came out to like 5.50. So I got a whole nother order of a combo of the chicken fries for half the price because they switched out the order.
Uh-huh.
So then I just came home with two things. Like I just got two things of chicken fries. I didn't eat them all. Listen, I'm fat, but not that fat, right? And
You're not
because
fat.
like, listen, no, like fat minded. Okay, there's a difference. you being physically fat and you being mentally fat, you know? Like you see all this food and you just want everything. But you're physically not fat. You like eating. You love food. You
Uh-huh.
just want to try everything. But when you're like physically like fat or overweight, it's cuz like you have been going over your the limit, the 2000 calories for female, 2500 for male, right? Um and
Is
then
that what
there's
it
like
is now?
no, it's always been like that.
I
Um
thought I thought it was 2,000 for males and then 1,800 for females or something.
no, it's still been to well from because like if you read labels, it will say based on the 2000 calories for females and 2500 for male
Huh.
chart. So yeah, they go based on that. And
That's assuming you exercise though.
that's no, I believe that's the calorie count if you're trying to maintain your weight. Because
Right.
if you
Right, but, like,
exercise,
they're assuming that you, like, do some form of exercise, like walking
oh like
around,
net, right? Yeah.
not, like, sitting at home, working from home.
Oh my gosh, this is okay. This is the reason why I didn't want to be a person at a desk job. I chose teaching because I'm walking around, I'm doing stuff, I'm doing 100 billion things in 45 minutes, right? But
Uh-huh.
now I'm at a desk job because of this pandemic, and I didn't want that. Ah, okay. But yeah, I ended up eating like two slices. I didn't even finish the chicken fries, but I had the French fries I ate because for some reason yesterday the Burger King fries were perfect. Perfect amount of salt, perfect amount, and they weren't like the little small tiny pieces. They were like the long, like you only see in the commercials pieces, right?
Uh-huh.
And that was like beautiful. The fries, beautiful. It satisfied my craving yesterday. Am I going to say I don't crave them today? I will say I do, but I'm not going to. I can't be doing that every day, which is why I'm saying food is a double edged sword. I keep doing this, I'm going to gain more weight. I'm not trying to do that.
Uh-huh.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. I've been eating mostly just 1 meal a day. Definitely on weekdays, I only eat 1 meal. On weekends, I sort of snack, but it's not even like I'm doing that to lose weight or anything, it's just I don't feel good if I eat so often, but
Like physically, you don't feel good?
yeah, and, it just messes me up during the day. I get, like, sleepy or I feel bloated or whatever, but if I don't eat, then I just feel normal throughout the entire day.
Interesting. But is it because you have been ordering out, or how is it with you and, like, for example, getting home cooked meals? Like, does that make a
Uh,
difference?
I mean, I don't remember
Oh my gosh, it's been
how
so
how
long, guys.
no, like, I don't remember if I started doing this after I was still, like, cooking food for myself, or if that was already at that point, I was already ordering food when I
I
stopped
feel
doing that.
like when you
I have no
started
idea.
ordering, you stopped eating as often. Like, when you're at home or when you cook for yourself, like, I mean, for yourself, I think because, oh, it's a lot of work to cook for myself. I'm gonna only do this once, and then like I'm too lazy to do it for the other two times a day, right? But then maybe when you were back at home, you ate more often. I don't know.
Oh, you mean, like, my house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I, like, eat meals with my family and stuff, so typically we have, like, a brunch and then dinner and whatever snacking in between, but, like, I don't know. I
Would you still
guess
feel like that?
I mean, I just feel bloated most of the time, yeah.
Mm, okay.
I don't know if
Interesting.
it's just, like, the type of food that you would typically eat earlier in the day that causes that. I guess, like, the sugary stuff, whatever, but
Interesting.
I don't know. I feel at this point, I could never go back to eating multiple times a day, like, as a regular meal, because
Mm-hmm.
I would just be eating too much since I, like, eat a lot during the one meal that I do have. So I would just be like, "Oh, yeah, I usually eat this much, I can just have this much 3
Mm.
times a day. Nothing
Oh.
bad will happen."
See, for me, like once I started like counting my calories and all of that stuff, like, and especially now, I will have oatmeal in the morning, which would then be like if I add the fruit and like the nuts, like almonds, it would be about 250 to 300 calories. And I'll be good. Like I literally will be good for the rest of the day. But like
What you mean
when
you don't eat dinner?
so that's the thing. So when I after I work out, right? Because I will do maybe half an hour. I try to at least do half an hour for 5 days, right? Five
Uh-huh.
days a week. And but once I after I work out, like sometimes I don't feel hungry even after working out. So then I will just be like, because not only that, because during the workout I'll drink a lot of water, and I still won't feel hungry afterwards. But I know my body needs food, so I will force myself to eat food right afterwards, whether it just be eggs or a soup or anything that's like there. Um, and that's how sometimes I will end up being under 1,000 calories, and then I'm like, fudge. So then I'll just grab grapes and then eat that. So at least I make it to 1,000. So it's not like I'm eating way under what I'm supposed to be eating. Because even my
Uh-huh.
app is like, um, listen here, you mother, you haven't eaten enough calories today. I cannot give you the okay for this. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'll try better next time.
What, the app doesn't let you save your progress if you don't have at least 1,000?
No, you it saves it, but, like, at the end of the day, once you're, like, completely done, like, drinking water or eating, you usually will click "Complete the diary," and if you're
Uh-huh.
over 1,000, it'll say, "Oh, by in 5 weeks, you'll most likely weigh 130 or you'll most likely weigh 142." But if you eat under 1,000, it will say, this is not a healthy calorie intake. You should be, if you're trying to lose weight, you should be at 1,000 to 1,500,
Uh-huh.
no less than that.
What
So
about
get yourself together.
fasting? Like, don't people fast sometimes, like a couple days a week or whatever? Isn't that normal?
Yeah, I mean, as long as, because fasting happens like during a period of time, like maybe let's say you can't, for example, Ramadan, right? You can't eat once the sun rises. Like you have to eat before the sun rises, and you have to eat once the sun sets. So for
Right.
some, depending on like how the day is usually like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., right? Going 12 hours fasting. Like can't drink water or you can't have food. Um for some
Not even
people,
water?
yeah, you can't drink anything either. You can't smoke, you can't drink, you can't eat.
Okay, so
And
that's just unhealthy if you can't have water.
I mean, so it depends again for like, because when I used to work with a bunch of people who did go with Ramadan, that's what I witnessed. I know that there was one of my coworkers who was really, really thin. He almost passed out. So
Right, so that's
he
not healthy.
so like for those like for because I don't want to assume, but I feel like he was a bit underweight. Um, so like he was like exempt. So like in the rules now is if you are like if you fit your body can't physically do the fasting, you can at least either snack on a little bit or have water. At least water. Like they change the rules here and there depending on your physical your physical body state, like whatever it can hold. But for like my other coworkers, they can do it and then like eat their calories at the end. So like and it's only for what, a couple of weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks, I don't remember exactly. um but it's funny because I because I felt bad because I was the only person who wasn't following the the holiday, the fasting. I
Uh-huh.
felt bad buying food, and I had to come back to the store. Like I couldn't go out for an hour, right? To eat it and then come back. I had to get my food and come back to the store because we didn't really have a set lunch schedule. So I would go out and then come back and then eat food, and I always felt bad. So I ended up fasting with them, but the only difference is that I would drink water
Uh-huh.
because I was doing a lot more than they were doing. I was always going up and down the stairs. I was taking orders of like different merchandise. I was fixing the merchandise upstairs. So I was doing physically, I was running around and I was the only one running around while they were just standing there and just helping customers, right? Or ringing them up. But I would do that and ring them up and help customers, and since I was the only one who wasn't fasting, I would have to be the one to go and run to the other store if we didn't have a certain item. So
Right.
I physically was doing more. So that's why I decided at least let me drink water. But I could have gone and out and ate something. That wouldn't have been a problem for them because they knew I didn't follow the religion. But I just physically felt bad. Like I felt bad that I couldn't I'm doing something they can't do. So I just ended up fasting with them. And during that time, that I guess that's how I also lost a lot of weight. Because I was
Uh-huh.
the calorie deficit, like I was doing a lot more than what I was intaking on food. Not a good idea, but you know what? Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
I
on the
mean,
other hand, you
fasting is
were doing a lot of
something that I get.
sports.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, if you're doing physical activities, then you need to have at least water. And I know that was actually a problem back in middle school. One of the kids had was like observing Ramadan, and he was like on the soccer team, and he couldn't have water, so he was like passing out.
Hmm.
So like
Hmm.
obviously that's really not something that you should follow to the letter if it's something that's dangerous.
Yeah. Which is why I think they ended up like updating the, I guess, the terms and conditions of Ramadan. Um, and like have expect like you're exempt from completing it completely if you physically can't do it. Like your health comes first, which is what they said.
Right.
And I completely agree. Like if you can do it, go for it, right? But like if you really can't, have your water, do this, do that. God will forgive you anyways, right? God understands. Um and it's different for us like Christians and Catholics. Um that it's not like fasting completely, and again it depends on like how they like for Christians and Catholics or anybody under the Christian umbrella, right? They do the whole Lent differently. Like for me and my
Right.
family, my parents give up meat every Friday, starting from the week of Ash Wednesday all the way to Easter Sunday, right? Me,
Yeah.
on the other hand, I go on an extra step. So usually I won't have meat or anything for the whole Lent, right? And on top of that, I'll give up something up, right? So for us, it's like usually every Friday, and I will give up completely meats, seafood, fish, chicken, pork, beef, whatever, for the whole time. Um, just because, like, if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it completely. Um,
Yeah, just be a vegetarian on Fridays.
my no, my it's because the thing is, you can't have meat, like as in beef, pork, and chicken. You can have fish though on Fridays. So and then I'm like,
Right.
but fish is still considered meat to me, and seafood is still considered meat because it's
Well,
from a living
something happened
creature.
in the audio.
Oops.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh,
difficult,
you're cutting
technical
out.
difficulty. Uh,
Yeah,
am I still cutting out?
I don't think so. I don't know if it's the
Hopefully
internet
not.
or what, because I have a new computer now.
Oops.
Uh, Continue your story, I guess, from
Oh,
when I said
so I mean,
vegetarian.
yeah, I don't know about you, but I consider still like fish and seafood meat, right? Because they come from a living creature. So I'm like, they're in the
Uh
same
huh.
boat for me. Like, I understand pescatarians, fine. But for me, anything that I'm literally eating that was living is meat to me. So I even on
So
Fridays, I don't have fish.
broccoli,
See,
asparagus is
that's
meat,
the
Brussels
thing.
sprouts are meat.
Okay, that's the thing with like vegans and
They were living
vegetarians.
people too.
They're living, yeah. But apparently they're not considered technically living because they don't feel pain. Um, but I don't
I
know.
thought some plants do feel pain. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know.
It's just that you can't see that they feel pain.
Right, because they don't have facial expressions. Because like plants
They don't have
move.
faces.
They don't have faces. Like plants move. And actually, my mom always tells me plants get sad or plants have like a preference on where they would like to be. Because like my mom had a plant in my room that was kind of getting depressed. My room is very depressing. I'm sorry, guys. Like
I
my room
think
is
it's
very
just too
dark.
cold.
It's too cold. One, it's too either it's too cold or it's too hot. It's not in the middle. It's either way too cold, like it's a freezer in here. Like my parents literally have to close my door because the second you open it, it's as if you're opening not just the freezer in your kitchen, but like if you were opening like if you were preserving cow meat in there and you open it and you get the gush of wind. That's my room.
Uh-huh.
Or in the summer, my parents also have to close my door because it's like the wave. Like you will literally see a wave of heat coming out of like it's like a freaking oven. So it's not one or the other. Like in the spring, it will be hot. In the fall, it will start getting really cold. It's this. I think my room is haunted. It's one or the other. It's cursed somehow. But yeah, the
It's
plants
not
in here.
insulated.
I don't know because it's the rest of the apartment is fine. No AC or anything. It's
Yeah,
literally normal, normal temperature.
I
But
don't know.
like, oh yeah, go,
Huh?
continue. What are you gonna say?
What, me?
Yeah, you.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, I thought you had said something. Oops. But yeah, like the plant, like one of the plants in here was like starting to like kind of die out. And then the second my mom moved it from my room to the kitchen, it went back up. Like, and my mom takes care of her plants. Like, she'll water them every Thursday or Friday. Um, so like she notices like,
Audio's still messing up.
oh no,
I don't know what's going on.
oh we're having problems today. I mean, I
Hello?
can still hear you fine.
Oh, yeah.
You're
You
not
hear me
cutting
the whole
out.
time?
I've been hearing you the whole time.
My my audio is not getting robotic. Like
No,
beep boop bop.
beep boop bop beep boop.
I don't know
Wally.
why.
No, your voice is
I
fine.
don't
I
know
can
why
hear you
it's
fine.
happening to you. It's
What do you
literally
mean?
happening like almost every time you're talking right now. That
Well,
our
I
voice
hear
is
you
cutting
fine,
out
so I
or
can't
it's
tell if.
just getting robotic.
Oh no. Well, if you hear this episode be very weird, I guess it's either me or you. I mean, I hear you perfectly fine.
Very what? I don't hear you.
What?
Uh,
I hear you fine.
what's
That's what
going
I'm
on?
saying.
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah, I
hello.
know.
I hear
I
you. I hear
but
you.
yeah, but oh, you're cutting out so often.
Oh no. Is it my Wi-Fi? I'm sorry. I have Spectrum, guys. Don't come at me.
You're what?
It says I'm
Hello?
perfectly fine. I have Spectrum. Oh my gosh.
Wait, you disconnected. Hello?
Yes, sir. Can I help you, sir? Can you hear
Uh,
me? Now I can't hear you. We lost him, guys. Or he lost me. Whichever one. I don't know. Oh, I think he's back online. It's just me and you guys.
hel-
So what
hello?
happens when life. Yes, hi.
Beep
I
boop
hear you
bop.
now.
Beep boop. I can't understand you at all.
Oh, I hear you though.
Hello?
Yeah, you keep coming in and out of like the recording, like on my screen, but I hear you fine.
Are you talking? Hello, hello?
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Nothing. Do, do you hear me?
I hear you fine.
I can barely make you out.
What? Well, my
Talk,
screen
talk
just said
again?
lost connection. I was talking.
Uh-huh.
Well, now you can hear me?
Okay. So I do
Kind
hear
of,
you
no.
now. I guess your internet
Oh,
was messing up.
maybe?
Yeah, I do you hear me?
Yeah, I've been telling you I can hear you fine.
Well, okay. But like the things you're saying sounds like you're not hearing me.
What do you
Uh,
mean?
okay. I It's like you weren't replying to what I was just saying.
But I
So I think we'll
was.
have to go back to. Okay. So we'll go back to the vegetarian comment and go from there with your story.
Hmm. I guess I'll start from here. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people were saying that plants and like vegetables and stuff like that can't feel pain. So they're not considered a living, quote unquote, living thing.
Uh huh.
But like my mom, like she has a lot of plants. And she it was like telling me that plants have feelings, like plants can feel, and physically plants move, like when they're not getting sunlight they'll physically move to find it. So that's why you always have to keep it close by to like the window to get from them to get sunlight. um but plants physically move, so I don't know how much we can say that they don't fit because they don't have a brain, they physically can't feel pain, right? um
Right.
so like so my room, my mom had a plant in my room, and my room is either very cold, like a freezer cold, but not like the kitchen freezer, like literally if you were trying to preserve meat, like the rack of like cows in like dead cows in the freezer, that's my room. Or it gets really really hot,
Yeah, you're
and
cutting
like,
out again.
okay, this is, I think it's a fail attempt.
I do not hear you. Hello?
I can hear you.
Huh?
Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello.
This isn't working. Hello?
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know why it keeps cutting out so much.
I don't know.
Can
I'm
you
still
speak?
hearing you. I was speaking.
So robotic, it's not working.
Should we call this a
I don't
failed
know.
attempt at talking about food?
Yeah. Uh,
So should I just do an outro?
I don't know what else we can do though.
Should I do an outro?
Huh?
Should I do an outro?
Outro, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think, okay, I think the at least the
I don't know if
this thing
people
will
would be able to hear you though. Hello? Hello, hello, hello.
yes.
Oh, you're back.
Yep, I guess so. My computer didn't say that I was lagging out though.
That's weird.
Guess we'll do an outro here.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, there's been a lot of, I guess, connection issues. Especially it would be easier if things weren't so like remotely, but because remote and lag and Wi-Fi, I don't know what's going on. But we're gonna cut this a little short, and I apologize in advance. We will come back to the topic in a later date. But I really hope you enjoyed the little that we were able to talk about today. And yeah, you stick around. So this will now be called the failed attempt to talk about food, right? So yeah, so thank you guys so much for hearing us out today. I'm sorry for all the lag or whatever if you happen to hear all of that. Um, in the audio, especially for you audio listeners. But let us know in the comments below if you're listening to us on YouTube, your opinions about what we spoke about at the beginning, or your opinions about food. Again, we'll come back to this topic in the next time, or hopefully we'll finish it off. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to Otaku Tea, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye. We'll fix it next time. Don't worry. Maybe.
Yep, maybe.